Hello students, the topic for today would be the dialing techniques. Dialing techniques, what are they? The methods by which we can dial a number. There are two kinds of dialing methods prevalent. The first, pulse dialing, and the second is called as dual tone multi-frequency dialing, popularly known as DTMF dialing. It is called as DTMF dialing. Pulse dialing originated somewhere in 1895 and is used even today. Now, what is pulse dialing? In this form of dialing, train of pulses is generated, and these train of pulses are used to represent a digit in the subscriber number. We have talked about subscriber identification in the previous lectures. How are subscribers identified? We follow a numbering plan to identify the subscriber. That means whenever you want to call anyone, you have to dial his or her number. So we have numbering scheme associated with the identification of the subscribers. Now, how is this number to be dialed? There are two ways: pulse dialing method and dual tone multi-frequency dialing technique. The first one, pulse dialing technique we are talking about, it was originated in somewhere 1895, as I have told you just now. And here in this form of dialing, we generate train of pulses to represent a digit. Now, this is the figure which is shown here, which is showing us the pattern. The figure shows that we are dialing digit 3 first, and then we are dialing digit 2. Whenever we are dialing digit 3, three pulses are generated corresponding to digit 3. This is one cycle. So first pulse, second, and the third one. So digit 3 is represented by 3 pulses. Similarly, digit 2 is represented by 2 pulses. That means under this scheme, each digit is represented by a train of pulses which is equal to its value. When we dial digit 1, it would be represented by one pulse. Digit 2, two pulses would be generated. Digit 3, three pulses would be generated, and so on. But with the exception of digit 10, digit 0, which is represented by 10 pulses. So what is the exception? Digit 0, which is represented by how many pulses? 10. Now we need to differentiate in between two successive pulses. Suppose I am dialing digit 3, which is being represented by 3 pulses, and then I am dialing digit 2, which is represented by 2 pulses. If there is no gap in between these two digits, the equipment is going to count it as 5. So it would think that I have dialed 5. So every digit is separated from from any other digit by a gap, and that gap is called as interdigit gap. Two successive trains are distinguished from one another by a pause between them, and that pause is called as interdigit gap. Now, how are these pulses generated? Whenever we are dialing a digit, these pulses are generated by alternately breaking and making the loop circuit between the subscriber and the exchange. The interdigit gap which we are talking about here, that should be equal to at least 200 milliseconds. And in some exchanges, in some designs, 400 to 500 milliseconds of the interdigit gap is also there. So pulse dialing, a very simple mechanism to dial a number which was prevalent in 1895 and is used till now. And the mechanism tells us that for every digit, for every digit there are pulses which are generated. So corresponding to one digit, it would be one pulse, corresponding to two pulses, and so on. With the exception of digit 0, where we are having 10 pulses which are generated, because no pulse would not indicate anything to the exchange. But there were certain disadvantages which were associated with the pulse dialing mechanism. Now, disadvantages are enlisted here. And what are they? The pulses are produced by make and break of the subscriber loop, as we have discussed, so there is the possibility of sparking inside the equipment. Now, the transmitter, receiver, and the bell circuits of the telephone sets may get damaged if the dialing pulses are passed through them. The dialing habits of the users vary widely. Some users may take time to dial a number, and some users may be very fast. Specifically, in a rotary telephone dial, it takes about 12 seconds to dial a 7-digit number. And from the subscriber point of view, we require a faster dialing rate. Also, pulse dialing is limited to signaling between the exchange and the subscriber. That means there is no end-to-end signaling possible. End-to-end signaling is what? In between the two subscribers. End-to-end signaling is a desirable feature. We want that. And it is possible only if we signal in the voice frequency band, so that signaling information can be transmitted to any point in the telephone network to which voice can be transmitted. Rotary dial signaling, which is also called as pulse dial signaling, is limited to 10 distinct signals, whereas higher number would enhance signaling capability significantly. So a more convenient method was sought for, and this led to the development of dual tone multi-frequency dialing, which is called as DTMF dialing. The dual tone multi-frequency dialing uses a touchpad that is shown in figure 3.3. Here the rotary dial of the pulse dialing is replaced by touch dial, and just touching a button would generate a tone. Now whatever the tone is generated, it would be the combination of two frequencies. If you can look at the diagram, we have, if we are touching one would generate one frequency from the lower frequency band. This is the lower frequency band, so 697 hertz would be generated from the lower frequency band, and from the upper frequency band also 1209 would be generated. So whenever we touch a button or whenever we push a button, a combination of two frequencies is generated, one from the lower frequency and another from the upper frequency. Like we took an example of pushing 697 hertz from the lower and 1209 from the upper band is generated to denote a number. Here we have 10 distinct signals: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and two additional signals are also present. So 12 signals are present in DTMF touch tone dial arrangement, as in comparison with the pulse dialing. We have extended designs for DTMF also, where 16 distinct signals are also possible, and such are used in military or some special applications. So all the disadvantages which were associated with pulse dialing and we have discussed before were overcome in DTMF dialing, which is popular nowadays. So these were the two dialing techniques which are used for telephony, and both the dialing techniques are prevalent till date. But DTMF is more popular and pulse dialing is losing its sheen day by day. That's all for the lecture today. Thank you.